Hey guys, what is up? Fig Nukin Records here, back in with another video. Today we're doing 5 modern, classic-sounding prog rock bands. I know it's a little bit of a mouthful, but, I mean, there's some great bands here, so I want to talk about them, and I figure this is the best way. So let's dive in. Let's get some honorable mentions out of the way to start with. And I got a lot of eye candy today, so let's start out with the Mars Volta. These guys are honorable mentions. I just think they have too modern of a sound, but they're still two great modern prog rock. They don't delve into too much metal or anything like that. That's not why they're not on here. But these are two great albums too. Two of my favorites from them. And they have a couple great albums. Of course, the last two, I think they released a newer one, and I didn't like it. I don't know. Honestly, I haven't really kept up with them that much. I don't really listen to a shit ton of Mars Volta, but I do respect them. I think they're very good, and probably a lot of people would suggest them if you ask for like classic rock or classic prog modern bands, I guess. Whatever. They kind of fit that role, but I think they sound too modern. Like if you get an old head, sorry, old heads if you guys are out there. Well, I'm not trying to offend you, but I'm just saying like a classic prog rock fan, someone from that era, they might not be a fan of this. This I think sounds too modern. Same with my next one. About Beardfish. Great band. Honestly, this is one of my favorite prog albums of all time. I just think it sounds a little too modern. There are parts, though, that sound very classic, like South of the Border, super Frank Zappa song. And there's definitely parts in, like, Sleeping in Traffic that are super classic. But I think a little too modern with some of their other albums. But overall, great band. Would highly recommend them. Just remember, you might maybe not getting that super classic progressive sound. But one other band that I want to include that actually sounds pretty classic, but my main reason is they kind of have more of an AOR kind of feel. So, and I know not everybody is going to like that. So how about Captain Space? Of course, they got 3 amazing records, or 4 or 5? I just said 3 because I only own 3 of theirs. I own the first 3. But yeah, some great records with, a plethora of that 70s AOR sound. And, of course, they've swapped singers multiple times, but I think the other 2 albums, it's Atlantis, and I want to say they did one after Atlantis. Let me look, actually. Cats in Space. Get you that. I'm pretty sure they did one after that. Oh, did they do a... So yeah, Atlantis was 2020, so a year after Day Trip Narnia, and then they did a new one in 2022 called Kickstart the Sun. And they also had a live album as well. But yeah, I think they are very good, but like I said, album-oriented rock, maybe not everybody wants to focus on that. But now let's dive straight into some of these bands, and at number 5, not that these are really ranked, we got Flower Kings. We got 2 of their albums here. The only 2 I own, but they are very good. I do think, the big thing with them is you might not like their singer. Of course, Ruin Stolt. He's got a kind of a different voice, but, people say that about a lot of the 70s prog bands. That was my main turnoff for them for a while, but I do like them. But I think these guys have some great Yes-style songs, and actually, I think it was their 2019 album, crap, man, I can't remember the name of it, but it has a Roger Dean cover. But then again, so did Tetris, so I don't know if that means a whole bunch of a lot. But yeah, I think Flower Kings, some great, if you like the longer Yes-style songs. Very good. Unique vocals, like I said. And, of course, maybe we're going to see some Roy Stolt later on in here. Actually, how about right now? Because I kind of messed this up order-wise, but whatever. We got Transatlantic. Great band. Bridge Cross Forever. Great album. Their newest, The Absolute Universe, which kind of, I think, more goes for this more modern sounding prog. I know they are borderline prog metal because they have, of course, a bunch of, prog metal guys on their team. And Mike Portnoy, and I'd say Neil Morse as well. But overall, still a great band. I think this album, 100% my favorite by them. Love it. But also, they have great live albums as well. If you guys like live stuff, of course they do a bunch of covers as well. They do First of Fifth, some classic Watcher of the Skies. I think that they do Mystery Train, Magical Mystery Tour, and Strawberry Fields in one. That's really good. So they do a lot of live stuff, of course. Kaleidoscope, I believe. Doesn't this have some covers on it? Hocus Pocus. Some great. They do a bunch of awesome live covers of classic prog as well as their own material. And these concerts are insanely long. Sadly, if I would have known this was gonna be the last year to tour, I would have gone and seen them. Holy crap! One of my CDs fell out. But missed out, sadly, and we'll probably never get to see them live unless I go to maybe Morse Fest sometime, which I would love to go. But just some great live albums. And next up, how about we got Wobbler. For all you Yes fans out there, man, these guys are fucking awesome. If you guys haven't listened to them, amazing stuff. This album has a great 20-minute long track, From Silence to Somewhere. Amazing. And then you got some shorter tracks, a short track hanging off that A side, and then B side. You got 2 10 and a 13-minute long track. Great stuff. Very reminiscent of Yes. I love them. They're also very, very energetic, so if you guys want some more up-tempo stuff. But yeah, dude, their newest album, I don't think they released anything since this. Great stuff. You have so many good songs on here, man. So many. There's 4 songs on here. Like I said, classic prog rock style, having, very, very little, but amazing. Not a lot, but amazing. Next up, how about we have... Let's see which one I want to go with. Probably the CD, just because, LPs look a little bit better. How about Hollis? Or Hollis? I don't know how you say their name exactly. I know it's horrible because I've been listening to it for a while, but man, they are a great band. I know I talked about them in the last episode, I think it was. These guys, they have the fucking foreign singer, which it's a big thing nowadays because a lot of bands in the U.S. I feel like don't go for that, or even in the U.K. go for that classic prog sound. And these guys do it so fucking well. Album covers are awesome. They have that 70s classic style. And, man, they're so fucking good. Unbelievably good. The guys like classic prog, are fine with accents, with in the sense of Eloy and stuff like that. Lyrics might be a little harder to understand because heavy accent on here, but still fucking awesome nonetheless. And how about last up, but not least, talk about Arabs and Aspic. I'm going to probably take this down after a few seconds because there are, some stuff on this album that I don't know if YouTube wants me to show or not. It's art, but, here we go. This has not as bad stuff on it. But yeah, these guys make absolutely great songs. I think they're not for everybody. I think they do kind of have a little bit more modern sound to them. Not as much as the bands I mentioned previously, but man, they are so amazing. They do albums in their own language, which is fucking awesome. Really great stuff. And overall, they do slow, long tracks that are melodic as shit. And honestly, the album I'm talking about, blanking my head because it's in a foreign language, and I'm really bad overall, are horrible with names. I think it's Morquette, probably, but I think it might just be one of the songs on it. Let me get 100%. Oh, Sindines Magic. I'm not gonna say I know how to say that at all. But hey, that album, very, very good. Fully in. Let me see. Where are they from? Origin? Does it tell me? Norway. So, it's fully in a different language. I can't remember what Norway's language is. I'm gonna feel like an idiot. I don't think it speak Norwegian. All right, think it's something else. But very, very fucking good album. And it's like you're sitting there and you're like, I don't know what this fucking language is, but you're sitting there and you're like singing along. You're like, I'd probably sound racist as shit right now if I'm in that country, but fucking awesome album. Also, Victim of Your Father's Agony is a great album. There's like some slower tracks, I mean, mainly there are a lot of slower, but there are some like faster tracks like TV, man. I love that song too. I think they actually got rid of that on here, that album. But oh, they actually released another album. I didn't even listen to this one, actually, the one they released last year. Good to know. Or no, this is actually re-released. Far in Arabia. I think that one is, especially because Progeria is also a re-release. So I think I have to listen to those because they were on. Oh, actually, they released Stranger Frame of Mind. Yeah, it has TV on it. Great fucking song, dude. Love that one. Great songs. Sorry, I'm going off and looking at their stuff, and you know, I know Spotify, sue me. I know people don't like Spotify because it doesn't support the artist as much. I mean, I have subscribed to other ones that do support the artist at certain points. I did Neil Morse's actually, but his only had it was like $10 a month, and they only had 4 bands. I would love to support it more. Of course, you can see in my background here, there's Neil Morse. I do love that guy. Didn't have him in here. I did kind of think about it, but I think he has a little bit too much metal going on too. Also, a lot of his albums are like, I don't know. There's a lot of, I don't want to say filler, because I know some people probably love those albums, but there's a lot of albums he makes that aren't exactly prog. They're more like, I don't want to say gospel albums, but other stuff that isn't exactly prog. So, if you get what I'm saying, you get what I'm saying. So it might not be for everybody, where I think a lot of these albums, if you like classic prog, and for the last two, giving you are fine with different accents, also Wobbler a little bit too, I think you'll be fine. But, Flower Kings, like I said, voice too. But, Transatlantic has it all, and they do have Roy Stoltz, so maybe a little bit of the voice, but definitely think Neil Morse has an amazing voice. So definitely go check out all these bands. Of course, we had some Transatlantic, Wobbler, Hollis, Arabs and Aspic, and am I missing one? I feel like I'm missing one. Got Cats in Space, got Wobbler, Arabs and Aspic, maybe Flower Kings. Maybe I missed those. But overall, check those guys out if you're into classic prog and you're looking to bust into the new scene. But that's all for today. Catch y'all later. Peace.